against each other. Top two in each group advance to the semi-finals. The rest will play placement matches, which will be played in Pinatar in April 2026. Scotland and Sweden kicking things off tonight in Group B, with Netherlands versus Italy also on this evening. Belgium, the fifth team in the Scots group. Scotland looking for an early start here. Possession high in the Sweden half. That's one high up the pitch there. Good strong tackle in midfield by Michaela McAloney. Again, Joella, a player you'll know very well that's gone down to Southampton.
Yeah, absolutely. We were disappointed to lose her, but we knew it was an opportunity that she wanted to explore. And we're speaking about Ailey Adams playing in a more familiar role this evening. I think Mickey tonight as well, playing in that 10. I think down south she's been playing wide left at times. But yeah, she'll be thriving on the opportunity to play more central this evening.
Lisa Forrest for Scotland driving forward and perhaps maybe caught in two minds, looking to thread through Ailey Adams, but the pass just slightly overhit. But Joella, a player we covered actually back at the start of the year at the under-19 level. Lisa Forrest, and in fine form for Glasgow City at club level as well now.
Yeah, absolutely. She was a player that was an absolute standout at that level, so it was no surprise to see her being promoted to this squad. She's had a fantastic start with Glasgow City and thoroughly deserving of our place in the starting lineup this evening.
Yeah, Lisa Forrest speaking during the week, saying that it's obviously a big step up from the under-19s, but more challenging, more demanding, so a good experience for her. Says that the players are all playing at such a high level in full-time environments every day, and that's the biggest difference from the 19s to the 23s. A great sort of invention, if you could call it that, this tournament. Lisa Forrest spoke about as well that up until a few years ago, after you were done with the 19s, it was pretty much not a chance to go further because it was such a big jump to the A squad, but this kind of helping bridge the gap. Free kick here for Sweden. It's Vike that sends it in. Should be comfortable and is behind for the Scotland goal kick. Hannah Vike, the BK Hacken fullback, taking that for Sweden. Some players playing at a fantastic level in the Swedish side. BK Hacken, top of the Swedish top tier. Forward come Swedes now down the right, cleared by Kenzie Weir. It was only as far as Vangerheim. Scotland eventually won the goal kick in the end, but a dangerous opportunity from that wide right. I think it was Johanna Renmark over there.
Yeah, very unlike Erin Clackers there. Obviously a player that I'm familiar with, having had her on loan with us last season, but very, very comfortable with the ball at her feet, so that's one that she won't want to replicate again this evening.
Vike for Sweden on the throw. Back here to Bella Anderson. Really talented young central defender, 19 years of age, plying her trade with Real Madrid of all teams. Started the last three in the Liga F for the first team as well, after leaving Hammarby in the summer. So again, just showing the level some of these young Swedish players are playing at. Knocked forward for Nielden, looking for Vangerheim in behind, but much more like Erin Clackers there as she claims that one with aplomb. A really cold night here at Starks Park in Kirkcaldy, of course the home of Raith Rovers. And Scotland's A squad won't be playing too far away on Tuesday nights, as Dunfermline are the hosts at East End Park for that one. Home match against Switzerland, sort of homecoming for Scotland star Caroline Weir. the squad out in Morocco to face them tomorrow in a friendly. Plenty of players that will be featuring in that squad have played at this level, so not too far away for some that are in action tonight.
No, not too far away at all, and I think we spoke about the introduction of this tournament and this platform and extending the pathway to the senior squad, which has been a long time coming. I remember when I played 19s, we were the first 19s team to reach a finals tournament, and at that point, because the gap was too big, there was nothing to bridge the gap. We lost a lot of talented players because they just weren't ready for that next step.
Chance for corner for Scotland here, I should say, from the corner. It's McCleary's ball in, not a bad one. Cleared only as far as Tegan Bowie, who tried the effort. The Hibs winger was blocked and cleared, and Scotland will pick up now. Waring gets it back from McAloney. Finding Clackers. Forrest the target. Nicely flicked on, but should be comfortable for Anderson, and is. Under pressure from Adams though. McAloney with the header. McCleary. A nice turn. Flick round the corner looking for McAloney, and Adams slightly overhits. Both teams just trying to get to grips with things. Michael Ricardo there, the Scotland boss. Forward come the visitors now through Vike. Down the left for Renmark. Getting inside, it's nicely done. It's a decent effort, but it's comfortable for Erin Clackers in the end. The effort from Lisa Bjork. Sweden number 10. Sweden coming forward now. Vangerheim the obvious target, the Sweden number 9, trying to shrug off Megan Waring, but it's good defending from the centre back. Behind for the corner, which Scotland will need to defend, but well played from Waring. Plays her football in the WSL 2 for Ipswich Town. First real taste of senior football for her this season. In the English second tier. We're doing well thus far. Doing well for Scotland, but conceding the corner. It's not a bad delivery. It's off the post. Sophia Reedy in at the far post. Lovely delivery from Neildon it was. Scotland perhaps getting away with one. The Swedes starting to take a bit of control after a promising start from Scotland. Propaganda wide now to Renmark. Back to Vike. She'll try her luck from distance. Good stop from Clackers, and behind for the corner again. Scotland, Joelle, needing to weather this early storm now.
Yeah, they do. They need to get their foot on the ball, get into a little bit of a rhythm, because it seems like Sweden have certainly done that the last couple of moments. Sweden picking lovely pockets of space in between the lines and the half spaces, and Erin Clackers doing fantastically well to turn it beyond the post, because it took a very, very fast lift off the surface.
Hannah Wyke over this corner kick, this time from the left, and another dangerous delivery. Renmark will get there, but McAloney will clear. Scotland can get themselves up the pitch. McCleary pressing. Alice Bergstrom. Fallon, Connolly Jackson, another player that, like Lisa Forrest, has made the step up from under-19s level. Nicely switched there to Lisa Forrest. The overlap from Austin. Cross well though was Vike. Behind for the Scotland throw. High up on this right hand side. Plenty of talent in that Scotland squad. Ailey Adams will be the obvious target up front, but 3 in behind of McAloney. Forrest and Bowie will be looking to get on the ball, especially in those wide areas. Direct nature of Forrest and Bowie, the pace as well. Fantastic deliveries from both. There's a decent ball in, looking for Adams. It's cleared and behind. This time for a Scotland corner. So after weathering that 2 or 3 minutes of pressure up the other end, it's the hosts with a corner now, shooting towards those fans here at Starks Park. But is the ball in? Swing of a leg at it there. Really short. Not too far away from the Hearts midfielder. Sweden now breathing a bit of a sigh of relief. A few chances apiece now. Shaw wins the header and intercepts again. McAloney for Adams, it was blocked by Reedy. Connolly Jackson just giving away. Vangerheim will try to switch there. It was intercepted well again. Scotland doing well to pick up on second balls. It's Matilda Neildon now, and really Shores in strongly again. A real mainstay now in that Hearts midfield under Eva Olid. It's a long throw, looking for Vangerheim. Sprung finding Vike. Attempted cross from Neildon. Goes wrong for Sweden in the end, and Hayley Austin sees out for the Scotland goal kick. Just about 13 minutes gone, still goalless between Scotland and Sweden. A relatively decent start for the home side.
Yeah, it's been decent. They've sort of gained or regained the momentum a little bit from Sweden, who had a fantastic early opener. So hopefully we can keep doing so. And I think you can see there from our dead ball situations, they're offering our wide left. They're kind of locking the box with 2, and their wide left is a little bit high, kind of blocking off our right back, and they're offering that ball out to Connolly Jackson on our left hand side.
Here's Connolly Jackson now. Just ran into a bit of trouble. Sweden will try to take advantage. Joanna Renmark can't shrug off Ailey Shore though. Fantastic strength. And Scotland number 6. Couple of goals this season for Ailey Shore in the SWPL. Scored against Rangers and Motherwell this season. 3 assists as well for the midfielder. He's also had a taste of the A squad. 23 years of age now, so not too much longer going to be eligible for the squad, but lovely work from Ailey Adams there, and Lisa Forrest tries the cross and just looks a little frustrated with herself there as it ends up in the gloves of Bjorklund. Forward come the visitors now on the break. The pass It looked like a pass, but it's retrieved on the other end from Renmark. And she won the corner. Looked like an attempted pass for a player that was offside, but her pace got it on the other end. Scotland will have another corner to deal with again.
Yeah, and Sweden has shown that they're dangerous from these situations already, so we need to ensure that our markers are tracking runs and they're being aggressive, and they're ensuring that they win their individual battles.
The ball clipped in. Vangerheim was waiting on it, and it's stabbed in from Sprung. Sweden have the lead, just over 15 minutes played. It's Bay Sprung, the Hammarby midfielder, that gives the visitors the leads. And Scotland behind early on. Sweden been threatening Joel from those early corners, and just a slight break of the ball falling the way of Bay Sprung in the end, and Scots are behind.
Yeah, and you can see there's a little bit of an inquest there with Erin Clackers, Kenzie Weir, Megan Ware in particular, because for me it was quite passive defending, didn't attack the first ball, and then we switched off to the second ball, and far too easy from for Sweden, to be fair.
Scotland are behind, and it's an unorthodox kick-off, which we've seen recently in the Edinburgh Derby in the Scottish Premiership. Doesn't come to anything for Michael McCardo's side though. Bay Sprung adding to our solid start to the season with Hammarby second in the Swedish top flight. 5 goals for her this season. Ball into the box looking for Vangerheim, and that's better from Erin Clackers, who comes out and claims that one. Vangerheim again the obvious target. The Sweden number 9, 21 years of age, also plays like the goal scorer. Bay Sprung at Hammarby, 5 caps for Sweden, played at the Euros, 27 goals in 28 appearances this season. She'll always be a threat as she's lurking. Drops to Vike, has a go, blocked behind for the corner again, but Sweden putting Scotland under immense pressure once more.
Yeah, they certainly are, especially from those dead ball situations, and in those situations we need to be brave, we need to show better composure, because like I said, they're locking the box with 2, they're pressing high on our right and they're offering the left, so we need to be braver to get on the ball, and when the ball's played we need to have more than 1, 2, 3 options.
Matilda Nielden has gone across to take this one. Ball into the box for Vangerheim. Her height an obvious target, but the captain heads over. Scotland can regroup. Corner taker there, Matilda Nielden of PK Hackett, sister of Amanda Nielden, of course, Sweden international, plays for Tottenham Hotspur in the WSL. All the way back to Bjorklund. Bowie trying to put pressure on that Sweden back line. They've been comfortable the last 10 minutes or so. Lovely run this. And the Sweden number 10, Lisa Bjork, behind again for the corner. Dangerous every time they come forward, the visitors, and playing some nice football. A bit of a makeshift coaching staff as well at the minute. Pierre Fondant, 34-year-old, coming in after the boss at this level departed to take up a club job. FC Rosengard. Ball into the box, Clackers was there. She's got her body in the way, does enough to keep it out. But again, these Sweden corners causing problems. I think it was Reedy in there once more. Another dangerous ball in from the right from Neiled it. Reedy it was, the number 2 that swings a boot at it. Again, it's one for the home side to defend. Another dangerous ball in. Scotland get it away through Bowie. Bowie will look to break. McAloney could be on the end of this. Well recovered though. At the back from Bergstrom, I think it was. Amelia Pelgander, her younger sister, also in the squad on the bench. Forrest calm and composed, and she'll find Bowie here. Looks for the overlap from Connolly Jackson. Just about Joelle now trying to get some time on the ball and a bit of energy back perhaps, and a bit of control in the game as Scotland give it away, just as I say that.
Yeah, and that's a prime example of what we shouldn't be doing in these moments when we've been under intense pressure. We need to be patient on the ball, get a feel for the ball again, instead of making those forced forward passes. Move Sweden, who want to lock the half pitch, move them, switch the play and then penetrate before we try and force.
Anderson nicely played out here to Vike. A run again from Vangerheim. Pelgander will find Sprung, the goal scorer. Moving it nicely here. Or Sweden down the right hand side, the ball cut back, looking for Neiled it. Will drop now to Renmark. Throw one down the right for Sweden now. Rarity this evening, slightly wasteful there from Sweden. Noticing though, slightly off picture, but out of possession. I'm sorry, in possession. Sweden pretty much leaving it at 1v1 at the back, so you know, potential for Ailey Adams up against Bella Anderson at the back. Is that a potential outlet for Scotland on the counter attack if they are to get the ball back? But good defending there from Kenzie Weir. Forward comes Scotland now. Who lost it. Forward she comes. Found by Forrest, and I think we're going to see a yellow card here potentially. The card is out for Amelia Pelgander. A good bit of play. Link up between those two on the right, Hayley Austin and Lisa Forrest.
Yeah, fantastic combination play, fantastic support from Hayley Austin, who's done that a couple of times so far this evening. So I think, like you said, the opportunities are there on the transition to go and exploit Sweden, who are leaving 1-for-1 in the Scotland half.
It's McCleary's ball, not a bad one. Headed away. Hayley Austin might fancy a strike from distance. Does take a deflection and behind for the corner. Regular now for Rangers as the right back, Hayley Austin, after her loan spell at Motherwell last season where she did very well. Goal in the Old Firm derby, no less, against Celtic last month. A shot drawing this corner. Signal from Jodie McCleary, the ball into the box. Hayley Adams is there with the header. Narrowly wide, probably. You'd have to say the best chance of the game so far for Scotland. Difficult for Hayley Adams, still a lot to do, but a decent opportunity.
Yeah, a very good opportunity and a difficult one with those lofty deliveries. You need to try and generate the pace on the ball, but she does fantastically well to get the first contact in a cluster of Swedish players.
Adams, a player that knows where the back of the net is. 8 goals in all competitions so far, 27 she scored last term. A couple for her country this time last year against Czechia. So there's 3 caps for the senior squad. Austin's ball, it's claimed well by Bjorklund. They're off the line well. Cleese in strongly, and Tegan Bowie, his trickery, finds McAloney. Lovely control and finds Shore now. Plays it wide to Austin.
Yeah, you can hear Ailey Shore telling Ailey Austin to relax on the ball, and I think that'll be crucial from a Scotland perspective. We're suffering a lot out of possession, so when we regain the ball, we need to relax, we need to be patient, and we need to ensure that we're not as wasteful as we have been.
Conley Jackson looked like she'd won it. Out the pitch there, but the ball just out on the left. Playing pretty high. And Scotland get the ball, Conley Jackson and Ailey Austin, the fullbacks, could have been told to overlap. Forrest and Bowie on the wings. At least they won back again in midfield. Decent spell of possession this for Scotland, but Van Gerheim tried to win it back. It was miss-hit from Clackers. And Sweden double their advantage. The mistake from the goalkeeper. Matilda nailed it. Is on the score sheet now. Still had a lot to do with the finish. She finished it nicely. Scotland, after a good spell of possession there, a couple of chances up the other end, find themselves 2 goals down now.
Yeah, a bit of an uphill task now. I thought Eden done really, really well in the first phase. Our anticipation to come for the ball was great. She just didn't execute the second action, and unfortunately for her and her position, it resulted in a goal. And I think from a Scotland perspective, this is where you need your teammates to get around Erin and not let her head get down.
An unfortunate one for Scotland. 2-0 down now to Sweden. Well, a fantastic run at this age group. Under-23s have finished 5th in this tournament in the last edition after winning their placement match against Spain. They're on a great run, I should say, of 5 victories on the spin at this level. Beat Italy and Spain in their May and June camp. Another win over Spain, and beat Belgium in April as well as Czechia in February. Certainly favourites, we would have to say, coming into this one, but that's well read. And forward from Sweden now. Pace here, fantastic from Bergstrom. She finds Van Gerheim. It's nailed it. 2 goal scorers linking up there. Sprung, Van Gerheim. Vike cuts it back. Brilliant block. It was Ailey Shore, I think, sliding in, denying the efforts from Lisa Bjork. Sprung for Vike. Waiting again for Neildon, who's cutting inside on her favoured right foot. Vike's ball across. There is a third. And it's no surprise that Ellen Van Gerheim is on the score sheets. Full of goals this season. 27 and 28 at club level. Scored against Portugal last November for Sweden. Caps for the senior team as well. And Scotland 0, Sweden 3 after half an hour now. And that uphill task's just got even harder, Joelle.
Yeah, absolutely has, and I think didn't directly come from it, but we had possession. We've tried a square pass, and Bergstrom, Sweden number 5, jumped, regained the ball, and the Swedish counter was absolutely frightening. The pace that they went forward, the numbers that they supported with, absolutely frightening there, Callum.
Yeah, Bergstrom, an incredible read. Brilliant bit of pace to get forward. Doesn't come directly from there, as you say, but a lovely move. And Sweden in front, cruising here at Starks Park. Scotland have it all to do. Probably take the throne, but just out of your picture. Hayley Austin going down with a bit of a knock. Looks like she is taking an injury, perhaps. The right back. Maybe something for Michael McArdle to change. Connolly Jackson with the foul. And she's gone down again here. Hayley Austin, Rangers full back. Which could unfortunately spell the end of her evening. Scotland with the game coming up as well on Monday. They will travel to Florence to take on Italy in the second game in this group, second of 4. They also travel to Belgium next month and host the Netherlands in February. It's a really difficult group. Some great results of late for Scotland, most recently beating Iceland 2-1. Beat Portugal on penalties as well in April, and 5-1 victory over Czechia last year. After a draw with Belgium and a win against Denmark as well, so it shows it can be done, but just come up against a really difficult opponent tonight in Sweden. And Michael McArdle saying that taking part in these friendlies on an annual basis is a fantastic addition to the national youth team match schedule. He said that they'll be competing against the top European teams and will undoubtedly reap the benefits of this. The players to be given every opportunity to reach their potential. He says it's a good programme for Scotland's women's under-23s, but not just in their youth team players, but in the future of the women's national team as well. Obviously difficult at the minute, 3-0 down, but these players will only learn from this.
Yeah, 100%, and these are the games, this is the opponents that you want to play against. You want to challenge yourself against better players, because like you said, that's the only way you'll learn. Of course it's nice to be winning games and winning games quite comfortably, but almost always the learnings come from defeats. So although not the half so far that they would have wanted, there'll be a lot of learnings that Michael McArdle and the staff will take from the opening 33 minutes.
Hayley Austin just to her left on the touchline, giving the knock a go, perhaps. Looks like she's preparing to potentially come back on here. Scotland have sent a couple of players to warm up. Physio and Doctor here alongside Hayley Austin as Sweden look to capitalise with the player advantage at the minute.
Yeah, I think the natural change, if Hayley Austin can't continue, would be Addie Hanley. Been playing a lot left wing back for Partick Thistle, has played full back as well, so yeah, I think that would be the natural one if Hayley Austin can't continue this evening.
McCleary, lovely footwork, and she'll try to switch for Tegan Bowie, is out on this right hand side now. They're switching wings with Lisa Forrest. Bit of an error from Bjorklund. It's just the way it's gone for Scotland so far. We saw similar from Erin Clackers at the other end. Sweden capitalising, but ball just not falling to Scotland jersey there as Lisa Forrest picks up. Fantastic from Lisa Forrest, and a lovely pass looking for McCleary, but across brilliantly is Bella Anderson, Real Madrid central defender. 19 years of age, and playing at such a high level already. Having come through with Hammerby. Minutes to go until the break. Scotland 0, Sweden 3 here in Kirkcaldy at Starks Park. Cross from Bergstrup, blocked and came back off her actually. Scotland will take the throw in on this left hand side. Connolly Jackson forward, looking for Ailey Adams. It's been a really thankless task for her so far. Out of possession, the pressing, and hasn't seen a lot of the ball. That chance. A little moment, I think, before the third goal. Trying to remember back. Far from an easy opportunity for sure, not one you would say that she needs to be scoring at all. And good hold up play there as Adams draws the foul from Sprung. They are the fine margins in these games, though. Don't want to be too critical on Ailey Adams at all, because it's not a chance that she should be scoring. It's just those, as I say, fine margins at this level. If that goes in, perhaps it's a totally different game.
Yeah, absolutely. You're right. Fine margins in games like this against opposition of this level, and it's a difficult one because in that moment, I think she done well. Does it change the game? Certainly changes the picture ever so slightly, but yeah, I think in that moment she done all she could to get the first contact and to a bit of pace on the ball.
Nicely taken down there by Fallon Connolly Jackson. As I say, making the step up from under 19 level. The 19-year-old left Sheffield United in the summer to join Rangers. Scored a couple of goals back in April for the under-19s against Czechia in that 4-0 victory. Under-19s in action earlier today. A 1-1 draw with Slovakia. The goal from Laura Berry. Scotland with a chance to get players forward. Megan Waring and Kenzie Weir will make their way forward from the back. Kenzie Weir, a player great to see back after her ACL injury. The Everton defender, daughter of course of former Everton and Scotland defender like her dad, David Weir. And shooting the flick on here. Falls to Tegan Bowie, just over the bar, but promising from Scotland.
Yeah, I think Tegan will be a little bit disappointed with that one, not to at least hit the target. It fell very, very nicely for her on the edge of the box on her favoured left foot. So yeah, she'll be disappointed not to have hit the target at least.
Ball in behind here. Offside flag up though. Against Joanna Renmark. Playing for Brann, top of Norway's top tier. Actually knocked out by Hammerby. A few of our international teammates will have been potentially gloating this week in the Europa Cup after Hammerby knocked out the Norwegian league leaders. Of course in action, their men's team against Scottish opposition tonight and Rangers. Brilliantly done again by Anderson. He's cruised it at the back so far. Van Gerheim, one goal to her name tonight so far. The others scored by Sprung and Neildon, who's on the ball now behind, looking to square up Forrest now. Pass back to Lisa Bjork. To nailed it. And get support from Vike. Just a bit of miscommunication. The ball behind for the Scotland goal kick. Looks to me like a slight tweak in formation, perhaps. Lisa Forrest and Tegan Bowie both out on this right hand side now. Michaela McAloney now wide left. Forrest potentially putting us at a wing back now, perhaps.
Yeah, I was trying to actually figure out what was happening, because like you said, we've got an overload on this right hand side with Tegan Bowie, who started left, now on the right, Lisa Forrest and Ailey Austin making up the three, and Mickey McAloney out on the left hand side, which is obviously a position that she's been familiar with our club, Southampton. So yeah, they've obviously seen an opportunity to exploit our right down our right hand side and Sweden's left hand side.
Yeah, just lining up now right in front of us, basically looking like a 5-4-1. Out of possession. There's Michael McCardle tweaking things, trying to perhaps damage limitations really after that strong start from Sweden. Just under 4 minutes to go until the break. Not quite a defensive change as such in personnel. But a chance, as you say, Joelle, to get two of Scotland's exciting players, and Forrest and Bowie perhaps trying to get an overload down this right hand side when Scotland do have the ball. It's few and far between at the minute. McCleary, some good work in midfield, gets it back from Waring. Bowie for Austin. She's got a bit of strapping around her leg after that injury she sustained about 10 or so minutes ago. He wins the throw high up on the right wing. Good work from Bowie to find her initially.
Yeah, I thought Ailey Austin had slightly overplayed it there. She had an inside pass to Ailey Shore, who found herself nicely in the pocket, and of course a forward option in Lisa Forrest, but thankfully she gets the throw.
Forrest back to Austin. Lisa Forrest will get it back. Scotland can perhaps find the back of the net before half time. Give them something to go in positive about at the break, but Sweden win it back now, and a fourth goal for them before the break would certainly kill this game. Switch of play from Pilgander is wayward. Bringing forward the Scotland throw it. Good touch from McAloney, and wins the throw in. Regular at Hibs last season, 4 goals from midfield. For her first for Southampton against Crystal Palace recently. Doing well down south after her move from the High Bees. Of course, a champion last season.
Yeah, she was, and as I say, we were disappointed to lose her, but we knew she wanted a fresh challenge. And she's went down there and been thriving ever since. We knew that she needed to add goals to her game, and she's certainly done so. Notably the winner against Portsmouth in the opening game of the League Cup group stages. So yeah, she can be very, very happy with the way she started her life at Southampton.
Foul there drawn by the captain, Jodie McCleary. Entering the final minute now of the opening 45. Just await the fourth official's board to see if there's any additional time to be added, perhaps a couple of minutes or so after Ailey Austin's injury. About half an hour into the game. Shouldn't be too much longer to play. Ball looking for Adams and put out. It's just a 1 minute added, actually. It's perhaps one last chance for Scotland before the break to head into the dressing room with something to shout about. Fallon Connolly-Jackson perhaps preparing a bit of a long throw in here. Looked like she was. McCleary came short. But it's launched into the box. It's flicked on by Ailey Adams, but into the grateful gloves of Elvira Bjorklund, who's had little to do so far. Not really been tested. Scotland's best chance falling to Ailey Adams. They've had a few shots from dangerous positions. Tegan Bowie and Ailey Austin, who's now on the ball. But nothing massively clear cut from Scotland to have come up against a Sweden side who've been a class above in this first half. And there is the half-time whistle at the break here at Starks Park, I think, perhaps, and Michaela McAloney as well. A confirmation there with the fourth officials board. Number 14 has come off, Megan Waring. Place at the back there by Paige McAllister. And Adley Handley's come on the right hand side of defence, I think. Vicky McAloney is off as well. Scotland get us underway for the second half. Handley out on this right hand side. Austin, Weir, McAllister and Connolly-Jackson making up the rest of the defence. Tegan Bowie out on this left hand side where she started the match. Lisa Forrest out on the right. Ailey Adams up front. That midfield two again of Shore and McCleary. For Sweden it's as you were. They'll be hoping to continue where they left off after a fantastic first 45. Looking to make it 6 victories on the spin at under-23 level. And continue their domination really over Scotland at all age groups. Terrific side are Sweden. Met 5 times at A level since 2014, 5 victories for Sweden. Only ever met twice at under-23 level. It's Bergstrom strides forward, squares one across, it's brilliantly blocked. And Ailey Adams will try to hold up. It looks a sore one at the back. Kenzie Weir, I think it was, getting her body in the way. See that one again, I think, on the replay, but a lovely block. Bergstrom again, driving forward with such intent and such power, but a great block.
Yeah, Bergstrom has been one of the Swedish players who've been very, very impressive so far. Her drive there, in my opinion, was probably too easy in terms of Connolly-Jackson's defending, coming inside far too easily. But I think her drive, her support play has been absolutely fantastic this evening.
Speak of Bergstrom, here she goes again. Right now, this left hand side for Vike. Bolton kneeled it. More ball in. It's claimed by Clackers. Despite some pressure from Renmark. And that's just the third meeting at under-23 level. Sweden victorious in Scotland in 2001. The last time the nations met in this under-23 age group was a friendly international in 2008, 3-0 victory for Sweden, which is, as we are at the moment, Scotland looking for a response. A couple of changes made at half-time. Sweden continuing their dominance in possession on the ball. Bergstrom looking for the run there of Renmark, and across well was Connolly-Jackson. And again, I think, for the corner. Sweden a nation above, really, and all age groups, as Joelle mentioned earlier, ranked third in the FIFA Women's Rankings versus Scotland's 25th. Certainly favourites coming into this one, and it's been excellent. Third goal in particular, a fantastic move. Scotland will look for the counter now. Tegan Bowie looking to utilise her pace on the break, and just putting Bergstrom under enough pressure to allow Scotland to regain possession with the throw. As I mentioned, the under-19s were in action earlier today against Slovakia, a 1-1 draw in that one. Laura Berry with Scotland's goal. The women's A squad play Morocco and Casablanca in a friendly tomorrow. Long way to go for that one. The squad before they host Switzerland at Dunfermline's East End Park on Tuesday. Should be an exciting encounter. And of course, heard from the Scotland boss during the break there. Good couple of tests, Joelle, for the A squad.
Yeah, absolutely. Good couple of tests, good opportunities to try things, try different formations, different personnel across the two fixtures. So, yeah, two good opportunities to allow Melissa to see what her best starting 11 is. And of course, Caroline Weir coming back to East End Park. I think I saw something during the week. She said the last time, or one of the last times she was there, she was on the pitch for a football birthday party.
I saw that, yeah. Incredible. An incredible rise, incredible story. Caroline Weir, watched that documentary over the summer. It was a fantastic watch on this Scotland national team YouTube channel. Highly recommend. The Galactica playing out at Real Madrid alongside her teammate there on the ball now, Bella Anderson. Back from McCleary. Clarkers will go long. Forrest battling in the air, but it drops now in favour of Sweden. No changes for Pierre Fondon's side at the break. Forward they come now. Nicely done into the box for Renmark. Van Grime was waiting on it. Melissa Forrest draws the foul. Scotland been a bit more clever with their use of the ball now. Wherever they get it, it's trying to get up the pitch, trying to regain possession. A couple of fouls drawn as they've tried to get out and give themselves a bit of a breather, as Sweden tried to keep on top of them with the pressure.
Yeah, absolutely. Scotland certainly can't afford to be wasteful in possession, because especially in the final third, Sweden's combinations in and around the box in tight congested areas are really, really good and really impressive. So yeah, we absolutely can't be wasteful in possession. We suffer so much out of possession that when we get it back, we need to be brave, we need to want the ball, but we also need to be patient.
Bergstrom. Full here to Vangerheim, the offside flag though up against the Hammarby striker. Got her goal this evening, as I mentioned earlier. 27 goals in 28 appearances, 9 assists as well to add to that. Some incredible numbers at club level. Hammarby, who sits second in the Swedish top tier, behind Hacken. A few touches there for McAllister, but all ran out of play. Bergstrom the goal scorer's sprint. Like a foul perhaps there on Lisa Forrest, but short. Picks it up and cleared by Handley. Regular with Partick Thistle, the substitute. And previously played for Hearts. Here's Sophia Reedy. Bergstrom, strong running again, but held by Clackers. One of the standouts so far, certainly the Sweden fullback. Alice Bergstrom playing for BK Hacken. I'm surprised to see 10 assists in the league this season from defence. Our Hacken side will come up against Inter Milan in the Europa Cup quarter-final of the coming weeks.
Yeah, a team we're familiar with.
Of course.
An experience that the girls thoroughly enjoyed. I think certainly the game at Easter Road, the second leg, we probably didn't deserve the defeat, but the girls were fantastic. We talk about learnings and defeat, and certainly we learned a lot from that first leg defeat, and I think that showed in the second leg because of how close it was.
No, definitely only an experience that the girls will grow from. And again, Mick McCardle will be hoping that that's the case in this very tough international tournament scene for Scotland at under-23 level. Sweden 3 goals to the good at the minute. Some tough matches coming up for Scotland in the future. Monday they travel to face Italy in the second game in this group. Before travelling to Belgium next month and then hosting the Netherlands in February. But as McCardle has said himself, it'll be an experience, a good experience, both now and in the future for these players, but for women's football as a whole, if Scotland are to continue to take part in this 10-team tournament. Bergstrom finding Renmark. Good tackle from Connolly Jackson. Anderson driving forward, the left-sided defender. Vikel whip one in, taken down excellently by Renmark, but once again, a couple of excellent challenges. I think Weir was in there, as was McAllister. Scotland will try to break now. Tegan Bowie. Down inside the box. Fikes ball in. It's Renmark that had the touch. It was excellently blocked. A couple of Scotland players in there. It was Bergstrom that went forward.
Yeah, a late one there. I think if we had VAR this evening, would have definitely been checked. But I think we get away with one in more ways than one. The contact, the tackle, but also the way that we've defended the box. We've collapsed onto our 6-yard box, and we've left Renmark in acres of space. And I can always remember something that stuck with me for a number of years. Andy Thompson, when he was national assistant coach, obviously now assistant coach at Rangers, told me that space won't score goals, players will, and it's something that's stuck with me till this day.
Renmark again trying to get on the end of this. Well defended by Fallon Connolly Jackson. As I mentioned earlier, a big step up for her to under-23 level, at international level anyway. Albeit she's playing senior women's football with Rangers and had done with Sheffield United. But as recently as April, Herself and Lisa Forrest and a few others on the bench had been playing at under-19 level. And there's Lisa Forrest, who's always had that physicality about her game, a strong tackle there from the Glasgow City winger. Of course, the younger sister of some household names in Scottish football, James and Alan Forrest, Celtic and Hearts as well. Lisa Forrest really putting them to shame last season with her numbers.
Yeah, she certainly did, and I think it's fantastic to see that regardless of who's playing, if and when they can, they all get out to support each other, and it's certainly a great family of football and pedigree.
Yeah, for sure, and plenty in that Sweden team as well. Matilda Nielden, her older sister, playing for Tottenham Hotspur. Got Amelia Pelgander as well on the screen now. Her younger sister is on the bench as well. Contracted to Leicester City and Juventus, respectively. They're both on loan at the minute in their respective clubs. Lisa Forrest speaking during the week, saying it's always good to have a good send-off and be feeling good before you go away to a national team camp. Speaking on that night as a whole against Colgate, coming back from being 1 down after a few minutes, going on to win it how they did. Said it was amazing. And that from her reaction, I think the emotion just took over her. That, of course, last gasp winner in the Europa Cup for Glasgow City. 5-3 it finished in the end. An incredible night for them and for Scottish football really in Europe. And Bergstrom is going to hit one from distance. That's a fantastic save from Erin Clackers. Bergstrom, player you've highlighted throughout, Joelle, showing what she can do from distance. This time she's been excellent down the right. It was a powerful strike. We've seen her powerful running and pace throughout the game, and that one took a top save from Clackers.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a fantastic save there from Erin, because it had pace, it had depth, and she done extremely well to get across and tip it over the bar.
And a dangerous corner into the box. And dropped it. Bergstrom once again. Fancied her chances once more. That time it's high over the bar. But why not after that excellent effort a few moments ago? Just look at a top save from Erin Clackers. That one behind the goal and into the stand where those Scotland supporters sit, who've come out their numbers tonight. And fantastic support for the girls. Foul there on the captain McCleary from the goal scorer Sprung. Jodie McCleary on target for Scotland in the last camp, and that double header against Iceland. Her and Maria McInerney scoring in the 2-2 draw with Iceland. But we're going to see it change now for Scotland. It's a Hibernian player, for a Hibernian player. Tegan Bowie being withdrawn for Rosie Livingston, 20-year-old winger. 3 goals, 3 assists, I believe, in the SWPL for Hibs this season. Scored against Aberdeen and Rangers, against Motherwell as well in the Cup. Player, as I've said, a fair few tonight that you'll know very well.
Yeah, absolutely. Rosie's had a great start to the season. I always had an inkling that this would be our standout and our breakthrough season, and of course we're only the first round of fixtures in, but she's been different class. A defender's nightmare, I'd imagine, with her pace, her direct nature of play. You can look up, think you've got space, and then next thing Rosie's on your on your toes. So yeah, she's had an unbelievable start to the season so far.
Coming Sweden now. It's cleared by Connolly Jackson. Hayley Adams will be tasked with holding this up, but it's a good tackle from Reedy. Adams a target, but Reedy and Anderson are there to tidy up. She's 19 years of age, as I mentioned. Anderson, formerly of Hammarby and Real Madrid, really impressive at the back tonight, despite not having to do too much defensively, but just her calm, composed nature on the ball, the way she's played it out from the back. It's been a really comfortable night for her. And a tough one, as it always is for a lone striker against a top opposition like this for Hayley Adams, who's putting a power to work.
Yeah, absolutely. I've obviously never been a lone striker, but I can imagine it's an absolute thankless task. And fixtures like this one this evening, when you're doing a lot of defending, when you're working a lot out of possession, and when you're regaining the ball so deep in your own half, it's difficult to then play the game that they want to play on the front foot, getting in the box between the posts. So yeah, I can imagine it's been a frustrating one for Hayley Adams.
Svea Renberg, Ida Bjornberg and Elsa Pelgander replaces her sister Emilia. Three are onto the pitch, a triple change from Sweden. Elsa Pelgander, 19 years of age, plying her trade with Djurgårdens at the minute, on loan from Juventus. Debut for Ida Bjornberg, the 18-year-old, plays for AIK, and Svea Renberg, 21 years of age, plays her football for fifth-placed side in the top tier, Norrköping. Scotland tried to come forward, looking to open their accounts for this tournament. Threatened on occasion, but it's been a very top performance from their visitors here at Starks Park. Just approaching the halfway point in the second half. Just over 20 or so played in the second 45, and as we say, 3 goals to the good for Sweden, but Scotland have done well in the second half. You know, the quality has dropped off, you would have to say, from Sweden, but you know, that's all credit to Scotland, and perhaps even that change of shape from McCardle as well. Yeah,
absolutely. They've contained Sweden so far to only a handful of chances in this second half, and like you said, I think the change of shape, out of possession, going into that back five, has certainly helped them be compact, consolidate them, and give them numbers in their own defensive third.
On from Anderson. Austin got something on it, but it's still through. Clackers has to make the save. Nielden's there, and Clackers again. It's a double stop. Firstly to deny Renberg, and then Matilda Nielden was in. Substitute denied with a fantastic stop by Erin Clackers, who's making up for that misplaced pass in the first half. Glasgow City goalkeeper. Bergstrom again. Fantastic once more from the Swedish fullback, draws the corner. Don't quite have the stats to hand, but amount of corners tonight for Sweden, quite something. And here was Svea Renberg took it down well after the ball over the top from Anderson. Clackers with a couple of very decent saves. A shot from Sweden, it'll fall to Bergstrom again. Vike is there, tries to go beyond Daddy Handley, but it's well defended for the time being. Nielden just overrun it. And good work there. Maddie Handley coming across to the left after having played on the right, and by the captain Jodie McCleary as well. Scotland handling Sweden much better in this second half. Really grown into the game from a defensive standpoint. They've learnt to deal with them a lot better. Now just about trying to do something up the other end. Maybe Adams down here. Flanked by Forrest and Bowie. Now replaced Bowie by Rosie Livingston, who chases down Swedish fullback, but visitors strong in possession once again. Reedy had a chance off the post in the first half. Bergstrom, excellent again from her. Down the left for Nielden. Could drop to Sprung here. It's an excellent stop by Clackers. Might have been a block in there as well. It was dealt with in the end by Weir. And McCleary draws the foul. And you could argue Scotland riding our luck a little bit in this second half, but some excellent stops from Clackers and a mixture of clearances and blocks as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Erin can be proud of our last 5-10 minutes in particular. It's not easy to come back from mistakes in games. Certainly ones that have led to goals, but she's done fantastically well, and I think defending the box has been a lot better as well.
Scotland just give it away to the Swedes. Ball in behind looking for Nielden. Clackers into short, bravely takes it on the edge of her own box there. Adams does enough to keep possession alive for Scotland. Conley Jackson now, a bit of pressure from Nielden. Back now with Paige McAllister, playing out in the second tier in Norway. And Lisa Forrest was caught there. Lisa Forrest has a footballing brother as well, Paige McAllister. Her brother Sander made his Motherwell debut this year, teenager. Played by Sweden, looked like it was only as far as Rosie Livingston, but nice bit of work there from Vike. Short, strong in the challenge. It's well worked across now for Elsa Pelganda. Nielden, ball into the boxes. Comfortable for Clackers.
Yeah, everything about that was excellent apart from the final execution. Defended the box extremely well through Bella Anderson. they go left, they come out of pressure, they come right, and then they commit numbers forward. Fantastic passage of play from Sweden.
Clackers for Connolly Jackson. Flips one in looking for Livingston, but it'll come across now. Maddie Handley. Pass though comfortable for Sweden's number 1, Elvira Bjorklund. Making her debut at this level. Sweden with the chance to have fielded 9 debutants tonight. Under-23 age group. A few have made their debuts. Bjorklund, one of them. Elsa Pelgander off the bench alongside Ida Bjornberg. Bergstrom. Header there from Bjornberg. More changes being readied by the visitors. Another fantastic ball from Bergstrom in behind for Renberg, I think it was. Sofia Renberg. Well cleared behind just for the throw, right in that far corner.
Yeah, that through ball from Bergstrom was inch perfect. I feel like I've not stopped talking about her tonight, but Callum, she's
I'm with you on that, yeah.
she's been absolutely outstanding. The forward run, she didn't need to break her stride. The ball was inch perfect in behind the Scotland defence.
Bergstrom again with the throw, and she'll get it back. Another surging run forward, the right back. A rare mistake from the Hammarby defender. Just ran it out of play. Much to the relief of that Scotland back line. She's been a handful tonight for sure. Scotland will go short again, try to potentially build the game from the back, as they've done a lot in the second half. Haley Shore dropping deep as well. As is McCleary. A nice move. Sadie Handley comes across. Ball was on perhaps to Connolly Jackson. Lisa Forrest had made an angle, but the misplaced pass doesn't go punished in the end. The free kick awarded to Sadie Handley. Scotland also about to make another change. Given away by Ailey Austin. Sweden will look to capitalise. It's Renberg down the left. She'll cut it back. Bjornberg was the target. Lovely bit of skill from Jodie McCleary. Ailey Adams the target. Bella Anderson. It's been in cruise control tonight. Still chasing after every ball though was Ailey Adams there. Ball in from Bergstrom. Blackers is out to comfortably secure for Scotland. Sweden are preparing another triple change. Pierre Norden going to his bench again. This is Michael McCardle. So a player in that Scotland dugout getting ready. That information for you probably at the next stoppage of play, but forward comes Scotland now through Connolly Jackson. Lisa Forrest perhaps tiring a little, trying to use her strength. It's been a difficult night for Scotland. Callister told her to drive by her defensive partner, Kenzie Weir. The pass was for Connolly Jackson. Here come those 3 Sweden changes then. Activity on the Scotland bench to follow. Lisa Bjork making way. Very good nights from her. She's replaced by another debutant, Anna Sjödahl, 19 years of age. Also coming on is Nesrin Akgün and Lucia Duras, also coming on as well. Akgün has come on at right back. Bergstrom gone off. Much the relief, I think, of a lot of those Scotland players. At an excellent performance tonight from her. Zaylee Shore. It's a bit of possession in midfield. So another triple change from the visitors. And again, as I mentioned, activity on that Scotland bench. Clackers for Forrest. Brilliantly taken down on the chest. Finding Connolly Jackson. Back to Lisa Forrest now. Cleary for Connolly Jackson. 2 Rangers players linking up nicely. Ailey Adams in behind here. Ailey Adams with the finish, but it's claimed well by Bjorklund in the Sweden goal. First real chance of that second half for Scotland, and it was a very well worked move.
Yeah, it was a lovely move down Scotland's left-hand side, and a fantastic through ball from Connolly Jackson, and you could see what Ailey Adams was trying to do. She probably doesn't have the legs to take the touch and go much further forward. She was trying to open up and just lift it beyond the goalkeeper, but the goalkeeper is quite tall, so yeah, she's done well to stand her ground and just grasp that one.
Yeah, indeed, a really high starting position from that Sweden goalkeeper. It's almost been on the halfway line at times tonight, sort of halfway between the box and the halfway line at the moment, out of picture as Sweden come forward looking for the 4th goal. They've been limited to a few pot shots from distance in this second half. Scotland have been much better defensively, haven't been perfect. A couple of decent saves required from Erin Clackers, as well as a few blocks and interceptions from Scotland, but Sweden, as I say, that coming forward now down the left. The ball cut back there for Hannah Sjödahl, and that would have marked our debut with a goal. A double change coming now for Scotland. Monica Forsyth of Hearts is going to come on. Fallon Connolly Jackson making way, so Abby Hanley I think will come out to this left hand side. And also making way Kenzie Weir, central defender. She is replaced by Charlotte Wardlaw. Again, another straight swap, like for like changes. Monica Forsyth out to this sort of right wing back role. Abby Handley will go out to the left, and Wardlaw like for Kenzie Weir. Charlotte Wardlaw plays her football with Newcastle United, 22 years of age. Currently in the WSL 2, but formerly of Chelsea, Liverpool and Glasgow City, among others. Monica Forsyth, of course, an ever-present for Hearts in the SWPL this season. Involved in plenty of goals last season for the Jambos. Six or so minutes to play of normal time. Cleary just gave it away. Svea Renberg was there, but Scotland come away with it now through Livingston. That was well done by Forsyth. Just that half chance of note in the second half for Hayley Adams in Scotland, but a much improved performance which Mick McArdle will take, and his players will take a lot of belief from heading into Monday night's match against Italy, who Sweden beat recently. Nicely cut inside there by Shodal. Cleared only as far as Lisa Forrest here. Anderson had got there, but nicely worked from Forrest. Now Rosie Livingston charging forward for Scotland. Surrounded by yellow jerseys there. Sweden getting back in numbers, but Scotland still have it now through Forsyth. Much better in this second 45 of Scotland been. Forsyth's ball into the box. McCleary went down. Half-hearted claims for a penalty there. The referee shakes her heads as Scotland captain went down, and Sweden will look to break now through Duras. Got it back here for Sprung. Passes over hit though by Hannah Shodal. Again, decent build-up play, lovely work from Lisa Forrest. She was fouled as well in the build-up, the advantage played, and good hold up from Rosie Livingston, but Sweden doing very well to get so many bodies back. Yeah,
absolutely. Great build-up play from Scotland, and you could see what Rosie was trying to do. She was trying to slow the play down, waiting for that support, but I would have liked her to have backed herself and went for that 1v1 to try and create the space, the opportunity, the shift out the foot for a shot, but like I said, I could see what she was trying to do.
The end of the evening for Hayley Adams of Hibernian. She was replaced by Bailey Hutchison of Hearts. 4 goals in her last 2 in the SWPL. Bailey Hutchison getting back to goal scoring form. A hat-trick against Montrose, goal as well against Aberdeen. Scored for Scotland Under-23s against Belgium last October, and a goal scorer at club level. That's what she's known for doing. 18 last season, 29 goals in the 2023-24 campaign. She'll just be asked to put in a power of work for this final 3 or so minutes, and we hope that a chance can come her way as well. Sweden working it nicely. Hannah Shodal was there. Free kick given against Elsa Pelgander. It was setting up nicely for Atkun. It looked like she was about to strike it, but for the referee's whistle. Scotland with a clean sheet in this second half. Plenty of positives to take.
Yeah, absolutely. I was just thinking that, Callum. I think they can definitely be happy with the way the second half has went, considering the first half didn't go anywhere near the way they wanted it to. We've created a couple of opportunities in Sweden's defensive third, but most importantly we've sorted the defensive discipline, the structure. We've limited Sweden to a handful of chances and been a lot more structurally sound in and around our box.
Forrest for Bailey Hutchison, who's held it up nicely here. Played it off of Reedy and behind for the Scotland throw-in. Right in that corner on the left. Lisa Forrest over it, looking for options, but she'll leave it actually for Addie Handley. Well, disappointing first half for Scotland, but if they were to get a goal, it would top off an excellent second half performance as Lisa Forrest holds off a few. Bailey Hutchison looking to slip through Rosie Livingston. Atgoon puts behind for the corner. Scotland probing here for what would only be a consolation, but it would be a goal that would give them plenty of positivity after that 3-goal deficit. Goalless second half. Scotland have defended well, hold their luck at times, but have looked good going forward on occasion. Cross here coming the captain, Jodie McCleary. Italy to come for Scotland on Monday in Florence. Ball in from McCleary. It's headed away only as far as Lisa Forrest. Still strike one. Anderson doing enough. And Rosie Livingston giving the goalkeeper a little bit there. Bjorklund has been calm and composed between the sticks for Sweden tonight. Into the final few seconds of normal time, and just the 2 minutes added by the fourth official there.
2 minutes added on time. 2 minutes added on time.
Nicely intercepted there by Wardlaw, substitute. Atgoon. Shodal back here to Reedy. Sweden trying to build for a fourth and what will be a final goal. Goalless second 45 here. Been resolute, responded well. And perhaps a new system going forward, potentially, for Scotland against sides in which they're underdogs against.
Yeah, absolutely. You could see across the 90 minutes Sweden looking to create as much width, get the overloads in those wide areas, isolate in particular the full-backs in the first half. So that back five gives us a better kind of coverage of players in and around those areas, and it means that our outside centre-backs can cover in behind the wing-backs if required.
Dealt with there, back to Erin Clackers under a bit of pressure. She'll find Lisa Forrest, is filled by Atgoon. Very good second half by Lisa Forrest, who's drawn plenty of fouls, looked dangerous whenever she's got forward. Back to her feet there after another tackle. This free kick, you would imagine, is the final action of the game. As the referee, Olivia Crawford, checks her watch. Taken by McCleary. And that is full time at Starks Park. Scotland beats it in the opener